Hey everyone, this is Mr. Green. I'm one of the 7th and 8th grade technology teachers here at Colony. And today I'm going to be introducing you guys to our first assignment in SketchUp, which is going to be object number 1. All right, this right here is object number 1. But before we get into object number 1, the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that we have somewhere that we can save all of our work as we continue on throughout SketchUp. So the first thing I'd like you guys to do is on Google, I'd like you to go up to the waffle and select Drive. Now, when you're in Drive, all right, as you can see on mine, I already have a bunch of folders already created, and you might as well. But we want to create a new folder that's either named, 7th grade technology or 8th grade technology. All right, and to do that, what we want to do is in the empty space, we want to right click. And again, if you are someone who is using the trackpad on a Chromebook, you may need to use 2 fingers to push down on the trackpad to be able to right click. But you're going to right click and then you're going to select new folder. Right? And again, you're going to name this folder either 7th or 8th grade technology. All right. So once you have that, you can hit create. All right, and we're all set. We're ready to go. All right, we have somewhere to save all of our work. So now what we can do is we can jump on to SketchUp and get started on object number 1. So to access SketchUp, what you need to do is you're going to go back up to the waffle, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you're going to select SketchUp for Schools. Now, if this is your first time logging on to SketchUp, it may ask you a few questions right from the start. It may ask you to sign in with Google. If that is the case, click the little blue button that says sign in. And then it's going to ask you to sign in with your student number, which you are going to select. And then once you've selected your student number, you're going to have to scroll down and then hit allow on that last little window that may pop up. Now, mine didn't do that because I've done this a couple times, and it's only going to have you do it for the first time that you jump onto SketchUp. All right, now we should all have a screen that looks like mine, so we can get started. All right, so we're going to click Start Modeling. All right, and the first thing we want to do is we want to remove the cowboy. So I'm going to click on the cowboy, and I'm going to hit backspace on my keyboard to get rid of him. And the next thing I want to take note of is all the different color lines that are on our screen. All right, these are all the different axes that we are going to be working with. The red line is our x-axis, the blue line is the y-axis, and the green is our z-axis. All right, where all 3 of these come together, all right, this is considered our origin, or 0, 0. This is where we are going to be starting our object for assignment 1. All right, so let's take a look at that. So this is object 1. All right, this is what you are going to be creating for assignment 1. This image can be found as an attachment under assignment 1 on your Google Classroom assignment. Some things I want to take note of for this object is that we are adding dimensions to it. So the dimensions that we want to take note of is that this is going to be a 10-foot long by 5-foot wide rectangle that is 1 foot high. So again, this is 10 foot by 5 foot by 1 foot high. All right, so let's get started. First thing I want to do is I want to find the rectangle tool. All right, so I'm going to go down, I'm going to find my shapes. I'm going to grab my rectangle. And like I mentioned about a minute or so earlier, is that I want to start from the origin. So I'm going to click once on the origin, and then I'm going to kind of just drag off to the side. And then before clicking again, I want to actually type in my dimensions. All right, the dimensions are going to pop up down here in the bottom right-hand corner. I don't want to click in this area. I just want to keep my mouse hovered kind of in the drawing area, and I can just type it in. All right, so we said that it was going to be 10 feet long. So 10 feet, comma, 5 feet. and then you can hit enter. All right, so it automatically creates our rectangle that is 10 feet long by 5 feet wide. The next thing we want to do is we want to make it so that it's 1 foot high. And to do that, we want to use the push-pull tool. So in the left-hand side here, I want to find my push-pull tool, right, which is right here. And we're going to hover over the rectangle. We're going to click and hold, and we're going to drag up just a little bit. Now, before we go in and click anything else, type anything, all right, we want to type in 1 foot, enter. All right, so it automatically brings that rectangle up 1 foot. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the image, and now we can see that the only thing we're missing is this rectangular hole that's in the center. Now, if we take a look at this, we can notice that the distance between the outside of the rectangle and the hole is the same all the way around. To be able to do that, we are going to use a tool called Offset. All right, so we're going to go back into SketchUp, and we're going to find the Offset tool. The Offset tool can be found in where the Push-Pull tool is. So if you click on Push-Pull, right, it gives you a few other options. We are going to select Offset. All right. Now all we have to do is we can click on the top of the rectangle, because this is where we want to offset. So we're going to click once, and then we can just kind of go back and forth. And before I click again, all right, I want to specify that this is going to be 1 foot offset inward. So all I have to do is just type in 1 foot and then hit enter. All right, so now you can see that is 1 foot all the way around the outside. The last thing we need to do is we just need now to remove the material on the inside. So to do that, again, we're going to go back in and we're going to grab our push-pull tool. I'm going to select the center area that I want to get rid of. I'm going to click and hold and just drag down a little bit. And then I'm going to type in 1 foot again, and I'm going to hit enter. Now I know that's 1 foot because in the very beginning, we brought the rectangle up 1 foot. So I knew I had to go down 1 foot for the hole. All right, so there we have it. There is our rectangle and object 1. Now all that's left is to save. So you're going to go up, you're going to click on save. We are going to name this object 1. Hit OK. Right. We're going to select the folder that we created. So I created the 8th grade technology folder. I'm only going to click on this once, and then I'm going to hit select. All right. So now it's saved. I'm all set, and you are good to go. That is object number 1.